Hi everyone, it's Michelle and welcome back to my channel, Move Life. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite snacks that I like to have while I am at home, whether I'm working here or whether I'm just hanging out. These are my favorite go-to snacks that I tend to go to on a regular. I don't change it up very often. These are my typical things that I stick with, and so I'm going to show you what I like to do. So first off, I like to start off with tea. A lot of times when you think that you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. So I have heated up some water here in my favorite Cuisinart kettle. I love this kettle because it has different temperatures. So I can heat it up to different temperatures to whether I'm having, it says on here, delicate, green, white, oolong, French press, or black, which is boil. So it kind of gives you just like that guideline of what you need to be putting the temperature at in order to make the best tea. So I don't like my water very hot. I'm a little bit of a baby when it comes to that. So anyway, so I put mine on the delicate, which is 160 degrees. And today I'm gonna have my everyday detox. This is traditional medicinals, everyday detox organic tea. It's one of my go-tos. I just feel it's really light and I like the taste. And so I'm just gonna put this on before we get started with the other things. And there's always a little quote on here, and this one says, "A garden is a delight to the eye and a solace for the soul." Nice little quote. Nice little extra thing there. Okay, so we'll let that steep. And while we do that, then I can get started. So today I'm gonna be showing you my baked apple delight. You can find that on my computer, on my website, movelife.com. It is one of my favorite go-to desserts, snacks. It's great for like if somebody's just stopped by and you want to like throw something quickly into the oven. I really like apple crisp, but I can't eat oats, and I just try to stay away from as much sugar as possible. So this is a way that you can have something that tastes like that apple crisp, except for it's just so much simpler and it's really, really quick and easy. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make that. Let's just set that over here. Oh, by the way, my mug is from my good friend Megan, and it says, "Good things come to those who hustle." This is so very true. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my apple. This is a golden apple, which is the only one that I use for this recipe, although I'm sure you could try other ones. But this is the one that I like to use. So I'm just gonna give it a quick little rinse. I have my oven set for 350 degrees, so I'm just waiting for that to preheat. Now, I don't have an apple core. You could probably use an apple core. I just actually don't have one yet. So I'm just using one of these little knives here, and I'm just gonna core it. Nice and juicy, this one. And go all the way around. So I'm gonna leave it together as one, but just removing that pit. And I first learned about this recipe from my family that I lived with when I lived in Mallorca in Spain. They used to make this all the time. And so we used to stick this in the microwave. I don't use a microwave anymore. So before, when we would put it in the microwave, it would take like, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something like that. So it was really quick. But because I don't use a microwave, I stick it in the oven now. So it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, but I can handle that. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a pan. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here with the apple so that it has moisture while it's cooking. All right, so I am just gonna put a little bit of water in here. Like I said, I just want it so that it has a little bit of moisture, so it's kind of like it steams it while it cooks. It cooks faster, I find. I might have put a little bit too much in there, but it should be all right. And then the juices actually kind of not evaporate, but they kind of soak into the water as well, and it gives like a nice sweet taste with that as well. But anyways, it stops it from getting dry, and it just keeps it nice and moisture. So I'm going to cover this and put it in the oven. Okay, so I always set my timer. I am the type of person, I'm gonna put it to 10 minutes. I am the type of person who will forget, so even if I'm putting something in for like a minute, I always set the timer because I'm just always doing so many things that I tend to forget. So yeah, so I'm gonna test out this tea. It's the perfect temperature. Okay, so great. So let's set that aside. Next, I'm gonna show you what I like to have always available in my fridge. Okay, so I tend to have something like this in my fridge. Usually I put it in a container, but I actually just set it in this today just to show you guys, so it, so it looked a little prettier. So yeah, so I always have a veggie tray on hand and then some kind of a dip, if not 2 different kinds of dips, because I find that if I have something like this readily available, then I'm gonna go to that first before I snack on any other thing in my cupboard that I shouldn't be snacking on or that isn't as good to snack on. So here I've got some carrots, some peppers, cucumbers, and broccoli, and then I made my pesto. I'm always testing out new recipes, so I like to have different dips. Today is the nut-free pesto. I've recently posted that one with my zoodles recipe, so you can find that there. But yeah, so this is just something quick and easy, and it's satisfying. In the pesto, it has a lot of basil as well as spinach, so you're getting some greens in there, as well as having some vegetables. I probably shouldn't eat while I'm talking, but it's really delicious. Now, another thing is, having this already chopped up, if I don't eat it while I'm having like my snacks throughout the days, if I don't finish that off within a couple of days, then I will just throw that into a frying pan and I can use it as a stir fry. So it's just like I've already pre-cut everything, so it's not like they'll ever go to waste. But that is definitely one of my top go-tos. Always have this on hand. I know my sister does it also. She has children, 4 young kids, and so she just has it ready for when they get off the bus, and then it's something that they can munch on rather than going for all the treats and whatnot. Okay, but next I want to show you guys how I make my hummus, because I tend to usually have a hummus for this rather than a pesto. So today we are going to make my hummus. All right, so let's get out the food processor. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, so we are gonna make the hummus. So I have pre-rinsed my chickpeas for the hummus. So I'm gonna throw that in there. And by the way, I'm following my recipe on movelife.com. Then I'm gonna use a lemon. I usually do about 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna, I think I got a seed in there. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so we're gonna do about 1/4 cup. I'm just gonna put my hand over this to get rid of some of the seeds that may fall out. But yeah, it's usually about 1 lemon. Obviously, lemons are all different sizes, but I like lots of lemons, so whatever I can get out of a lemon is usually what I use. At the end, if you find that you need a little bit more moisture, you can always add more. Now with this recipe, I actually don't use tahini. I know a lot of people use tahini in their hummus. Basically, every recipe I've ever seen uses tahini. And I just try to stay away from nuts and seeds sometimes because I know some people have allergies. So I just tested it myself without, and I created this, and I'm happy with it without the tahini. Okay, so we've got the lemon, we've got the chickpeas. We're gonna add some olive oil. A little bit of salt here. little bit of pepper. Good. We've got ground cumin. I really like the cumin in this recipe. Sometimes I add a little extra just depending on who's going to be enjoying it with me. And we've got some garlic. Again, I love garlic, so I'm gonna add a lot of garlic to mine. This was one large clove, and I'm gonna add a whole nother large clove to this one as well. If I'm making it for my nieces and nephews, I'll usually just put one. They like a little bit, but not a lot, I think, anyways. I'm also gonna add some of my chipotle powder. I am obsessed with this powder. It's so yummy. Let's just take this lid off here. Just gives a little bit of a fiery kick. You can add some paprika or something else like that as well, but I just like to add a little bit of this chipotle powder. Okay, so that's all the ingredients. Then we are gonna put on this lid and grind it up. Just gonna get rid of some of these edges. And yeah, it looks nice and smooth, so I'm happy with consistency. Sometimes if I find it's too dry, I'll just add a little bit more of the lemon juice or the olive oil. All right, so let's taste test this. Okay, you guys see me? I'm low. It's great. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I like to arrange it on the plate. I'll just put a little dab in the middle of the plate. Okay, then you're gonna kind of swirl it around. Okay, then you're gonna grab your oil. I've got my olive oil. This one's running a little bit low. So let's see if we can get some, oh yeah, just a little extra drizzle on top. And then I'm gonna top it off with my chipotle powder, although you could also top it off. I'm gonna put that lid back on there. You could also top it up with some paprika, whatever you prefer. And then we're gonna add some parsley. Beautiful. Looks delish. So good. I could eat this all day. Okay, let's check on the apple. Okay guys, so I have taken out the apple and it is nice and soft when I touch it. Nice and soft, as you can see there. So it is time to enjoy. So I'm gonna grab a plate. Okay, we'll transfer that. Now I'm gonna grab a spoon. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a spoon and I'm gonna take some of these juices and just kind of spread it on top. They've got the flavor. It's not just water. They've got the flavor. It's got the flavor of the apple. So it's actually really, really good. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm gonna use a fork and a knife. Sorry, a fork and a spoon. Let's grab a spoon. Okay, fork and a spoon. So you're gonna spread it apart. You kind of tear it apart like that. Sometimes it'll be a little bit more moisture. I think I could have put it in for a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's still nice and soft. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab cinnamon and I'm just gonna drizzle some on top. Then you're gonna use your spoon to kind of peel it away from the skin and give it a try. So good. Yep, guys. Delicious. It tastes just like apple pie, I swear. Yummy. Okay. This is one of my favorite snacks that I like to have. It is so quick. It literally took 15 minutes in the oven. All I had to do was core it and add it to the oven, and that is it. So simple. So I have done a little bit of cleaning up here, and we're gonna show you the next treat that I love to do. This one includes dates. So this is something that I can also take with me anywhere I go. I'll just grab a couple dates and then a couple nuts. So with this one, you've got a date, and then I grab a pecan. So open up your date, shove the pecan inside, and you have the perfect, delicious treat. Now, I've done it with nuts, like almonds and other kinds of nuts. And yes, absolutely, other nuts do work. But for some reason, I just really liked this combination of the date and the pecan. I take this one on hikes with me. It gives me a nice little sugar boost when I need it, when I'm out and about. Okay, so for the next one, I've made energy bites or energy balls on my website before. I've definitely posted a recipe with them. So I'm gonna do something similar to that. Here I have these dates. They're a lot softer than the ones that I had used in my recipe. I know in my recipe, I think I soaked them. Whereas if they are soft enough, you do not need to soak them. You can just kind of squeeze them all together. So they're all mushy and soft. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab, let's say 2 almonds and a pecan, and I'm gonna just cut that up really fine into small little pieces, just like this. Okay, obviously you can make more if you have more people over, or if you wanna just have a couple, but this is for one. I use 2 dates with this. And then you just combine it. Now I'm also gonna add a little bit of coconut flakes, because coconut flakes are just delicious, and add it to that. You could also roll it in the coconut flakes, which is what I do on the recipe on my website. So this is great to have right now, or again, it is something that you can travel with, because you just roll it in a little ball, and there we go. It's perfect. It's the cutest little energy ball. Delicious. This is actually my breakfast. So good. Simple, easy, delicious, healthy, no preservatives, no additives, no crap. No BS. It's just very good. Okay, so this is a treat that I do a lot, probably way too often. What I use is either a sunflower butter or a cashew butter or some kind of a nut butter. And I'm gonna use some cacao. I'm gonna use my coconut flakes that I have out already, and then a couple other things. So I'm gonna grab a mug. This is one of my favorite mugs. I actually got it for Neil. It says, "I love me," because when we first started dating, he just always used to say that he loved himself, and I just think that's hilarious. Okay, so let me do the cashew butter today. So I'm just gonna grab like a tablespoon of the cashew butter. I'm gonna put it in the mug. Then I'm gonna grab a little bit of my cacao. I should probably grab a spoon, but I'm being lazy. Dump a little bit in there. There's maybe like half a teaspoon or so in there. Then I'm gonna sprinkle in some coconut. And then the kicker, the sweetness, is some frozen raspberries. So I've got these ones are President's Choice. I normally get the ones from Costco because they're pesticide free, and I just really like those ones. But these will do the trick. So I'm gonna add a couple of those in there. You can absolutely 100% use fresh ones. I would actually recommend that. I just, this time of the year, I don't always have fresh raspberries around, so I keep the frozen ones in there. And on, like, I know it's bad, but I probably have this like once a day. It's my favorite go-to snack. It is uber delicious. Oh my goodness, it's so good. The raspberries give it the sweetness, so you don't need to add any maple syrup or anything like that. So good. This is my weakness, guys. I love it. And I love me too. Super cute. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to show you another favorite snack that I like to do often. So I have an avocado. It is perfectly ripe. And you're gonna go all the way around it. And then take out your pit. And then I have hot sauce. Now I'm using this adorable little Tabasco hot sauce that I got. I recently just got it when I was away on my trip in LA. And I just can't get enough of the cuteness. So, which is why I thought I would use it today. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna, oh, it doesn't want to come out now. It was good. Okay, there we go. So you're gonna just put your hot sauce on top of the avocado. Brilliant, I know. Then I'm gonna take a spoon and I'm literally just going to spoon out avocado and hot sauce. Guys, it's delicious. You got your healthy fats, you got a little bit of hot sauce to give it some amazing flavor, and that hot sauce is probably gonna get my digestion going crazy. Make it move. There you go. So, the simplest snacks, they're super quick, easy, they are my go-tos. Let me know if you guys like them. I would love to hear your thoughts and what you think of if you've maybe tried them, or maybe you have your own creations. But I would love to hear, yeah, what you guys think about them. All right, guys, so those are my favorite go-to snacks. I do these things on daily. They are my snacks that I do basically every day. I'll do one of these snacks, and they're just healthy, easy, really quick, and I've always got those items here and readily available. I would love to hear from you guys if you think that they are delicious, if you've tried them, or if you have different other creations. I love hearing all the things that you guys are doing as well, because that's how I learn too. Please touch the button down below, click the button down below and subscribe, thumbs up, that would be amazing as well. And I've got all my links down below for my social media as well as my website, and I have an ebook if you're looking for some healthy tips on how to stay healthy or how to get healthy or how to kind of like get started. Definitely check out my ebook. I also do coaching, so if you guys are interested or wanting to learn more from me, you can have a phone call or a Skype meeting with me. So you can find that also on my website, because I also have giveaways, monthly giveaways, where I have awesome products that these different brands like to send me, and I want to share them with you guys. So if you want to sign up for that, you can go to my website and find it there. But until then, I am going to snack away, because this is actually my breakfast, and then I'm going to head out because I have a client and I am ready to rock this day. So I hope you guys have a lovely day as well. Thank you so much for following. Again, subscribe, thumbs up. Don't forget to move your body and make sure that you fill your body with lots of amazing nutrients so you can thrive and live an amazing life. Love you guys. See you soon. Mwah.